Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you for the third time how to make a proper jack-o'-lantern out of a pumpkin. We've got our pumpkin here, also known as a gourd. You've probably heard people say you're out of your gourd. I think that they're using the word gourd as a metaphor for the head. This is an average sized one. Talking about my pumpkin, not my head. My head is a little larger than average size. But if you're insecure about your head size, don't forget this little bit of trivia. People with smaller heads do not necessarily have lower intelligence than people with larger heads. It's counterintuitive, I know. But the way that it was described to me by a brain scientist is that the head being larger, although you would think that's more cranial capacity, more brain fits in there, I think what happens is that the brain just expands to fit the size of the walls around it, similar to a brioche. We have a lot of people chiming in here. Lisi T says, I have a tiny head and I think it makes me forgetful. No, you have a more dense brain, I think. Ding Dong McGillicuddy says, I missed the first two jack-o'-lantern sessions. How do I catch up to where we are picking up today? There should be DVDs out there. If you are not caught up, don't worry about it. It's really going to be okay. We're going to actually start from the beginning here. I'm going to be using a website here called Instructables.com, and they give you a very detailed, very clinical and academic description of how to do this. Dark Ages says, is this jack-o'-lantern recipe vegan? I'm not vegan, I'm just curious. No, this isn't something you eat. There are pumpkin seeds inside, and maybe we'll save those, and then maybe for a future stream, we can cook those and see what happens. That's a whole different situation. Entirely different. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, yeah, whenever you get a chance, I'll be there unless I'm asleep. I'm doing well and hope you're well too. Awesome. Igrena says, can we get a sneaky peek at roast beef? Yeah, we can. I'm going to be honest with you guys. He's slowing down quite a bit. It's very difficult for me. I really love that guy, but he's getting to the point where he's having a hard time walking. I don't want to start on a downer here. He's very old. The vet says that, no one lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. That's not part of the deal here. But still, it's difficult. But let me go ahead and set up the camera. I wasn't going to today because he's just sleeping, but I know people like to see him. Here we go. Okay, I've got the roast beef cam set up for you. He's sleeping on a cozy new bed, but it's tough because there's things that he doesn't do as much anymore, He used to even walk up his handy-capable stairs to get onto the couch, and he's not doing that anymore, so he's having a fight. He's fighting. He's not going gently into that good night. Not the same as me, though. I will go very gently into that good night. It sounds kind of relaxing, actually. Gumme Kande says, thanks for using my pick, Henry. Oh, yeah, sure, Gumme Kande. Yeah, hey Gumme Kande, while you're here, can you tell us the situation about this background that we're using? I know that you live generally in the northeastern region of the North American continent. But I don't know what the specific story is here. But thank you for sending that pic. It's very nice. Gumme Kande say it was the day before the supermoon. Oh, okay. Wow, that's very cool. All right. Anana Bren just resubscribed. Anana Bren, thank you so much for resubscribing for 32 months. Amazing. And there are a few more alerts here that I want to get to. What the Duck says, hey Henry, why do we call it a jack-o'-lantern? Is Jack a common name for vegetables? What if I want to name my pumpkin Sebastian? Please clarify. What the fuck? Stephanie just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Amazing. Thank you so much, Stephanie. That's very kind of you. Very generous, and I very much appreciate it. From all of us here at Henry's Kitchen, which is just myself and my cat Roast Beef. Hey, Roast Beef, that's kind of exciting, right? Stephanie. He's excited on the inside. Okay, so, what the Duck, we had a question. Why do you call it jack-o'-lantern? You can call it something different if you prefer. It's Kate. Thanks so much for rating us and sharing your audience with us and all that you do. And if you saw the opening screen, there's some itinerary. You can go to the Discord and see when there's going to be screenings of movies in a user-based situation. Stephanie says, from my geriatric cat to yours, it ain't easy seeing these creatures age. It's very difficult. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, I urinate frequently and they checked my prostate and said it was fine. So they told me to eat pumpkin seeds. Is it supposed to work after a year? I've never heard that. I've heard about cranberry sauce. But so you're saying they checked my prostate and said it was fine. So they told me to eat pumpkin seeds. So it sounds like it was fine though. So at what point does a doctor say, hey, yeah, there's no problem here, everything's fine, eat pumpkin seeds? It seems like pumpkin seeds would be a remedy for something, but you said that it was fine. I'm just a little confused. Dark Ages says, do you apply the cranberry sauce directly to the prostate? I think that would be difficult. So the prostate is an organ probably about the size of this, and when a male gets older, it expands and gets larger, and it eventually interferes with the urinary tract, which is basically, picture like a tube. So you've got basically this blocking the tube where the urine is supposed to go out. So that means that you can only get little bits of it, smaller and smaller bits of it out as you get older. Why was the body designed this way? I don't know. I don't want to sound disrespectful or sacrilegious or whatever, but I'd say whoever designed that way wasn't really thinking on all cylinders. It's like, yeah, let's put a bowling ball thing that's going to get larger and larger right in the path of where the urine's supposed to go out, so it all gets blocked up. Dark Ages says, God hates us and wants to punish us the older we are. Yes, well, I mean, I think that after you're 30 years old, you're not supposed to be still around sucking up air from all the young people. Mr. Ganoush says, God help me. Yeah. Sorry everybody for getting dark here, but that's kind of what we're doing. It's Halloween. Thanks again, Gumme Kande, for sending this awesome picture before the supermoon. And I'm going to pick a picture here, and we're going to use it for the background for our song. Why don't we use Maui Girl's picture of a pumpkin patch, presumably in Hawaii. Wow, with this pumpkin blocking my camera, it looks like I'm literally in the middle of this pumpkin patch. I like this. This is very cool. Scuba Steve 361 says, I replaced the air that I suck up. It's all good. Yeah, I guess you could probably do that. Pig Rent says, I love your s'mores making vid. Oh, cool. Thank you. That was a fun one. That was part of the masterclass series that I did for Thrillist. We had a request that came down the Discord pike, and let's see here. It was from Duza. Duza wanted to hear this classic song by the great John Fogerty and the band Creedence Clearwater Revival. So let's put the reverb on. Check 1, 2. Help. Austin C says, are all of your recipes healthy for children? Yeah, they should be healthy for everybody. I don't have children, so I wouldn't know. But I would say try it, and if they react, then maybe that's not so good for them. Mr. Ganush says, couldn't find my Creedence tapes, so this is the next best thing. Yeah, this is a cool song from way back in the day. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Have you ever seen the rain? WScape 38, I don't like it. I think you're talking about Satan. WScape 38 asks how I feel about vegan bacon. I've had it before. I think usually it's made out of Satan. And I just don't like it. I do have a video, I think, where I used Satan chunks. But I'd just rather have the real thing. But I get it. If you're trying to avoid meat, then maybe that'll feel like a nice substitute. Someone told me Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain on a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? I've seen that in Florida. Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know it's been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know I can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? One more time. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Scuba Steve 361 says, one time I made it rain in the club. Yeah, I've heard about people doing that. Is that from doing a certain dance, like a rain dance? Austin C says, "Are all of your recipes healthy for children?" Yeah, we addressed that. Yeah, it's I'd say so, and if not, then just maybe avoid that food for your children after that fact. Okay, well, thank you very much, Duza, for sending that song over to us, and that goes way back to probably early 60s. Computer, when did Have You Ever Seen the Rain by CCR come out?
Have You Ever Seen the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival was released on December 7th, 1970.
70, okay, I was way off. That's really strange to me because apparently it was in mono, which means it wasn't in stereo, so I thought it was maybe back when they were still doing all that, but they did it all in... Is that right? Can we get a fact check on that? It doesn't sound like the song's from the 70s, but I guess it is. I don't know. Never really thought about it. Is everybody there? How are we doing? Androphyte says, "I think it came out before left and right were invented." Oh, okay, well that is a long time ago. Alexander Dean says, "I'm doing real well, thanks." Johnny Alto, good to see you. Loving the beard. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've had mixed feelings about it. The idea isn't always to look as old as possible, but then again, when you're old, it's like when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When you're old, do as the old people do, I guess, is the way it goes. Royal Flush 9 says, "CCR are true legends for releasing that album while sick with mono." No, I don't think that's what mono means in the musical sense. So we can't get an answer. Computer, when did Creedence Clearwater Revival put out their first album?
Creedence Clearwater Revival's first album was Creedence Clearwater Revival, which was released in 1968.
Oh, okay. So I guess they're a much later band than I thought. I guess I put them in the mid 60s, but they're late 60s. It looks like. The Vietnam War was still going on, I guess, so that makes sense. Butt Smasher Masher says, "UNC band." Yeah. Not sure what that means, but that's okay. UNC. Computer, what does UNC band mean? Never mind, computer. We didn't need to know the answer anyway. Bradford Bartos, "I think CCR hate each other now." Yeah, probably. Boy, I saw John Fogerty at the Greek Theater out here in Los Angeles about 15 years ago. Lucinda Williams opened, and it was just one of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life. This picture comes to us from Lizzie and says that Lizzie used to have this picture on a tapestry in her wall, and her gerbil loved it. I don't know what it is that we're looking at here, so I don't get the reference. Oh, Butt Smasher Masher says, "Wow, you are with Tupac." Oh, cool. That's Tupac. Very cool. Oh, my hamster did love it. It's a family photo. Oh, I see. Teaser Tuesday, I think that's Daft Punk in the background. Oh, cool. Well, it's a very awesome pic, and I'm happy to be a part of the picture right now. Parasitosis says, "Did you know platypuses have no damn stomach? 3 years, goddamn. Thoughts on pressure cookers being a bomb that you use to cook with? Have a blessed day, Henry." Pressure cookers are a bomb. Okay. Yeah, I did not know that about platypuses. Red Rum 35567 says, "I heard that Jerry Trainer knows John Pork. Interesting celeb connection." Butt Smasher Masher, John Pork didn't make it to the photo. Okay. All right, everybody, we're going to keep moving here. Phaedra sends us a cool picture here from presumably the southwestern portion of the United States. And that looks like a rainbow, if I'm not mistaken. And it's very nice. Hazelnut Ranger says, I didn't know you were in iCarly, Henry. Thanks, that's amazing. No, I think that was probably the picture. Okay. And Parasitosis, thanks for resubscribing for 36 months, and thanks for all that you do. Stephanie gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you again for that. We're going to be making a jack-o'-lantern here in a little bit, but right now we're going to go ahead and do another song. This is a song that was requested to us by Gum A. Kande. Maybe we're going to get something a little bit more dark for this, but thanks, Phaedra / Stitch and Hat. This is a great pick. What's a nice dark photo that we can use? Let's use another picture that Phaedrus gave us. Well, no, this isn't. This is a flying saucer, so not that one. Something a little spooky or just more depressing, really. Oh, this one's nice. Yeah, I'm going to go less dark, but just sort of a little bit sort of melancholy with this. This is a song by the amazing group called Kansas. I don't even need to look up the chords for this one. I can just look at the lyrics because I grew up with this song. This song was really the beginning of me being able to see the overwhelming futility of existence in general. And I was about 8 years old when I first heard it. And Master Cookie the Third says, hey Henry, I forgot how to turn on the computer. Am I going nuts? Yeah, you are going nuts because there's no way you'd be able to type that in if you didn't have a computer. I guess you could do it on your phone, but you might be going nuts anyway. All right, here we go. Before my eyes with curiosity, dust in the wind, all they are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. To the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Now, don't hang on, everybody. Nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute buy. I wonder if Kansas ever got on 38. What was that show? Dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. It would be a great one to do at a maybe a quinceañera or a bar mitzvah or something like that. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, "Happy birthday, Bert. I swear I went to school with the surname Bufftug." Okay. Alexander Dean says, "We're turtle rich." Yeah, that's one way to say it. I'm not sure what it is. Okay. Well, everybody, I want to talk for a second about this Jose Suicidio album. I might have mentioned that Jose Suicidio have been hard at work trying to complete a 14-song album by the holidays to be released sometime in December. I think the album could very well be done by December. It doesn't look like it would give enough time to properly promote the album and market it and get the word out and stuff. So I don't think it should be rushed. I think it's probably more likely going to be sometime in February that the album actually drops. It's very disappointing for me because I wanted to, but holiday stuff is going to get very busy with Henry's Kitchen, and so I don't think that the album will be done by the holidays. It's still not impossible, but there just needs to be enough time. I mean, there's nobody breathing down our necks to try to get this thing done. But in the long run, after many years, you just look back at the album and enjoy it. You don't necessarily look back whether it was released in December or February or whatever. JB's text says, "That's okay, just in time for my 50th birthday." Oh, that's good. Good to hear. Parasitosis says, "Rush is going to be on the album." No, that might have been a misunderstanding, but Rush is going on tour. The Canadian rock group Rush has finally replaced their drummer, and I can't remember the young lady's name, but it's a lady playing for Rush, the band. There's a joke going around online that this is going to be the first time that a female has been at a Rush concert. I don't approve of that type of humor. I think Rush is a great band for whoever you are, but there is a little bit of a stereotype there. Slash Knox says, "Are you saying the album name is February and it's releasing it in time for the holidays? Great news." No, that's not what I said. Okay, are there any collaborations on the new Jose Suicidio album, Still Suicidio? Oh, that's a great title, Boner of a Lonely Fart. I might credit you with the naming that. So far, we were thinking it would be called There's Something Wrong With Me, because that's going to be probably the big hit single. Some of these songs you've heard versions of that were previously released, but there's going to be new songs and also redos of the old ones. I don't know if there'll be collaborations with some great musicians. Some of you that were there in Fairfield, Connecticut might remember Matt when we hung out and had a beer afterward. He's doing a little music as we speak on it. This is just a little tidbit of one of the songs here. Hey, 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 babe, it looks like you told me another bullshit story again. You pulled a fast one, and I was the last one to know, and now I look like an asshole. Hey, babe, it looks like you served up another hot bowl of hogwash again, and I was sitting with a spoon and a bib, saying, "Can I get seconds?" It's kind of in the vein of a B.J. Thomas type thing, meaning it's a direct ripoff. Androphyte says, "Aren't you worried Suicidio will sue you for playing his songs on stream?" He's doing just fine. Don't worry about that. Computer, how much money does Jose Suicidio make every year in music royalties?
From Quora.com. Estimates suggest that the band's royalties could amount to millions of dollars annually, particularly due to their enduring popularity and the classic status of their music.
Yeah, he's making millions of dollars, and he's called a band, apparently, even though he's just one guy. Okay. All right, everybody. I think it's time for us to get to work here. I'm just going to go through a couple other pictures here. Dark Ages sends us one here, and there's a caption. This one looks beautifully creepy for Halloween. It says here, a creepy room of dolls seen at Wisconsin's incredibly bizarre House on the Rock, taken during our visit this past Monday. Very cool. Very interesting. Holy Crap Awesome says, I appreciate his commitment to being so depressed despite having millions in the bank. Yeah, tortured artists are like that. Sorry, I went back. This is a cool picture, Dark Ages. Thanks for sending that. It's very creepy. We have a couple other creepy submissions for Halloween here. We've got this one from eBaby609. This is Ingham, Idaho, at eBaby's workplace, where apparently in 2012 there were mass layoffs and people left all of their belongings in their lockers and just took off. And they're still there 10 years, well, what is that now? 13 years later. That's really interesting. And there's a pumpkin. Oh, wait, no, that's the pumpkin in my kitchen. Yeah, this is very cool. Well, hopefully you still have your job at least, eBaby. What else do we got here? AshKTHX is making fried pickles. Whoa! And Butt Smasher Masher just cheered 100 bits. Thank you so much, Butt Smasher Masher. That's very kind of you. And it says here, my grandma gave me a doll like that last year, and it freaked me out because I thought it was haunted, so I tossed it in a giant dumpster my family rented. Very cool. Well, these pickles look amazing, and I believe I made jalapeno poppers in the air fryer, and there's a video of that. They look very similar. Thanks for sharing your meal that you're making here, AshKTHX. Okay, Maui Girl sends another picture. This is a cruise ship, presumably in the Hawaii area. Cruise ship leaving or showing up to the port in Maui, maybe? Either way, it's an incredible thing to see. Can you imagine the engineering feat of a cruise ship? I mean, it's just amazing. It's marvelous to look at. And just to think that one day, Elon Musk is working on a way that we could take a cruise ship that looks just like that and rocket launch it into orbit. And that way tourists will be able to be on a cruise ship going through space. They just are trying to figure out the logistics of it, mostly the landing part. But it'll probably happen within our lifetime. Probably before the Jose Suicidio album comes out. Vinny on Live says it's crazy that they got a shopping mall to float on the water. Yep, it's incredible. A shopping mall with a swimming pool and probably slot machines. Okay. Thank you very much for sending that, Maui Girl. And let's see what else we've got here. Oh, I think that's it for today's pictures. All right, well, it's time to get to work. JB's text says, I have thoughts on Hawaii and cruise ships, considering they didn't allow inter-island ferries. Oh, interesting. A little local politics there. Bradford Bartos, have I ever worked on a cruise? No, but a lot of my friends do. and have done. And it seems like for me, I'd be homesick. I just get a little homesick. I'm just kind of weird that way. Although for many years I was a road comic, I probably would have done it back in those days. I've been on a cruise and I enjoyed myself. But I feel like I'd want to be on one of those cruises where they do more, like the Viking cruises apparently do more tours where you learn educational stuff about the region or the fjords or whatever it is you're looking at. But the thing is that some of these cruise ships have just a bunch of teenagers vomiting all over the place, the Carnival ones, and I don't want to do that. I would have loved to have done it back when I was a teenager, or even in my 40s. Desolate reality, Henry would have to take roast beef with him. Take Beefy Boy to the buffet. Yeah, boy, that's a beautiful thing to think about. Maybe back in his younger days, we could have fucked up that buffet pretty hard. But we're old now. Butt Smasher Masher says, I want to go to Mexico City, but not the bad part. I didn't know that there was a bad part. I've never been to Mexico City, but I've heard good things. Okay. All right, everybody. It's time to get to work. Enough of this nonsense. Let's get in the kitchen and let's get ready to make a big fucking mess today. The cleanup on this is going to be ridiculous. I'm not looking forward to it, but you got to have a jack-o'-lantern. It's very important. You got to, when Halloween rolls around and when Christmas rolls around, all these things, whatever's variation of the Christmas holiday time that you celebrate, you have to do seasonal type things because it's really the only thing that keeps us going from one year to another. If you don't do that stuff, then everything will just feel the same and it'll be monotonous. But there is a moment that happens around October 1st where it's like, oh, okay, we're going to get to see some people in costumes, and you know, you're going to go to the stores and they're going to have little jack-o'-lanterns and stuff, and we're going to hear scary music or whatever. You have to do that stuff, and a jack-o'-lantern is part of that. So let's just look up, there's a Robert Burns poem and that's where the word Halloween comes from. So let's see if we can find it here on the Wikipedia. How do they have a Wikipedia entry about the poem, but they don't have the poem? Oh, here we go. Okay, so here it is. This is Robert Burns came up with this poem, and let's get in the spooky mood by seeing the jack-o'-lantern that we're going to be making here today. Among the bonny winding banks, where Doon rins wimpling clear, where Bruce ance ruled the martial ranks and shook his carrot spear, some merry friendly country folks together did convene to burn their nuts and poo their stocks and howd their Halloween. Okay, I don't know what any of that means. T-Girl 1312 says, this is really a spooky stream. My biggest fear is echoey voices. I don't know if it's supposed to be echoey. Did I? Oh no. I'm so sorry, everybody. I left the reverb on. Check 1, 2. But it might have given it a cool effect. All right, everybody. So let's get right into this. How do you carve a jack-o'-lantern? Well, we're going to need our tools. And so I've got a couple of items here. You need a medium knife, and a small knife. And I'll probably wear my protective glove for this. And you also want a serving spoon. I guess that's going to be to spoon out all of the seeds inside of it. Newspaper. I don't have newspaper. You're supposed to lay down newspaper around it to keep it from getting too messy, but I haven't seen an actual newspaper made out of paper probably in about 20 years. So I don't know who the fuck they think I am over here. But I've got a bowl that I figure I can catch all the stuff in. All right. Butt Smasher Masher says I can use toilet paper. Andrew Fight says I guess I could just use my iPad. Yeah, I mean, there's so many alternatives. Use your junk mail. Yeah, but there'd be so much of it. So, we've got a medium bowl. I've got a large bowl here. Dry erase marker. Always have 2 of these Sharpies because one of them won't work. And a candle and a lighter. We're not going to do the lighting today. That we'll do afterward. But, all right, everybody. Cover your working surface with newspaper. We're going to skip that. Step 2, we're going to cut out the stem. This is the stem here. It says we need to cut a hole around the stem at about a 45-degree angle towards the center of the pumpkin. So that's going to be going in this way. Big enough for your hand to fit through. Warning, if the cut isn't at an angle, the stem will fall into the pumpkin. Save the stem. Okay, I guess that's going to be like the top. Okay, well, let's start by doing a... Okay, there's my fist. Let's go around this. I guess that's going to work. And let's literally just start cutting into it, but it's got to be at an angle. So I think that might have been something that we did wrong last time. It's not easy. I don't know if this is a ripe pumpkin or what's going on here. Oh, okay. I just went through it there. This is a little dangerous. If you're a little kid or something, don't do this. It's also kind of exhausting. It's kind of hurting my upper arm a little bit. Phil Murray says, maybe you can make a pumpkin pie with the seeds after. Yeah, I think I'm going to put them all in a bowl and put them in the fridge, and then maybe on Sunday we could do something with the seeds. I know there's some people that literally just put the seeds in the oven. Oh man, this is a pain in the ass. And I'm kind of surprised I'm not done here. Oh, there it is. Oh boy, this is going to be ugly. All right. We've removed the top here. It stinks. Scoop out the pumpkin, step 3. We're already on step 3. That's amazing. Using the medium serving spoon, scoop out the seeds and pulp, the orange stringy material inside the pumpkin, and put it in the bowl. Okay. I think I see what they're saying here. Oh, I got to put the cap on this Sharpie. So, using the medium serving spoon, it didn't say it had to be a medium serving spoon. Scoop out the seeds and pulp, the stringy material inside the pumpkin. Okay, I think that probably is sort of working here. I don't know. Seems like it needs some more cutting. Yeah, it seems like a serving spoon is not really the right tool for this. It's very stringy. Okay, I think we've got our stem removed, and now let's do the insides here. Oh boy. Computer, tell me about the history of the jack-o'-lantern.
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the jack-o'-lantern is an Irish myth about a man named Jack doomed to wander the earth. He had a lantern carved from a turnip, so people started carving their own turnips to scare him away, and when they moved to America, they used pumpkins instead of turnips.
How much of this shit is there in there? Oh my god. Oh my god, it looks like it just goes on forever in terms of how much is in there. Oh. This sucks. Oh my god. Money Curse says, our drunk ancestors playing with their food. Yeah. Roast the seeds, Beanie Bobini says. Yeah, I might do that. That sounds like a good idea. There's a lot of seeds here. Holy shit. I just can't believe how much there is here. Ugh. I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface here. I don't think we're going to get all of this out here today. I'm winded. This thing's very heavy. Probably should have used maybe sharper utensils. There's so many more seeds in here. It's really, really shitty. Oh. Okay. I think we're just going to get to a point where we just feel like we give up. Because, I mean, I'm not going to sit here all day and do this kind of shit. All right. That's just going to have to do. Wow. Maui Girl says, I wonder how many pounds of rotten pumpkins result from Halloween. Probably a lot, but they say that people who sell pumpkins do a large portion of their business during Halloween. Similar to Christmas trees, most of them throughout the year even are sold during the Christmas season. Franz Schubert says there's only so much one chef can do in a day. Yeah, that really, I need an assistant, basically. I think I wish I had an assistant to do that with me. I think the reason to have an assistant is just to do stuff that you don't want to do. I never really realized that. Dark Aegis. Dark Aegis says, if you've got large animal sanctuaries nearby, they'll take the old pumpkins for a feed. A lot of animals love munching on them, rotten or not. Yeah. Animal sanctuaries. I don't know. Computer, where is the nearest animal sanctuary?
The nearest park is Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, 380.7 miles away on Angel Canyon
Computer,
Road.
stop. Okay, that's a long, long way away. 380 miles. Claude Balls says you'll have to separate the seeds from the guts. Yeah. Do you mean that just kind of as a general life lesson? Dark Ages says 800 miles round trip to deliver an old pumpkin. Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, everybody. Well, we've definitely done some damage here, so I think it's okay for us to move on. It says save the stem, so I'm doing that. Let's just do a little bit of cleanup here. And now we got to deal with this situation here. We want to find what part is going to be... Holy shit, Lisi T just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Lisi T. That's very, very kind of you. And if anybody's keeping track, we are at 264 subscribers, which I think is very respectable. I appreciate that. Lisi T says Halloween is the season for giving. I actually didn't know that, but I'm happy about that. Okay, so we have to find out where we're gonna make this face. I guess right here. There's already sort of something cut out there, so maybe we can use that as sort of like his eyes or whatever. So let's go to our next order of business here. The orange stringy material and put it in the bowl. Sketching the face. Okay, on roundest or best looking side, sketch the desired face or design of your jack-o'-lantern. Okay? So I'll do that now. I'm going to try to copy what they've got here. So we're going to have a big smile, a couple of eyes. Here we go. And then there's a tooth thing. Okay. I guess we could start cutting that out now. I don't know why it's having us use 2 different sizes of knives. But I like to follow the instructions overall. That's just sort of my way of doing it, because that way if it comes out shitty, you could just blame the instructions. Oh. I'm trying to be very careful not to cut my thumb off. This is not easy stuff, guys. I'm sorry if you're struggling at home. And I know you have questions. I will get to them. Royal Flush 9 says, I'm very glad Henry has that glove. Yeah, I don't know if this glove's going to do anything if I cut myself with this. So I'm trying to be careful. What I'm doing now is just sort of a general weakening, or a perforation, if you will. And then we'll do the more deep cutting in a second here. I'm going around it. Oh, I think I'm just about there now. Yeah, this is working. My upper arm is just shot. Like I literally might have to soak it in some cold water or something. Oh, God. This might be the hardest thing we've ever done here at Henry's Kitchen. Okay. Now we're going to finally start getting rid of this part here. More of that gunk inside. Okay. We might just do 2 eyes. I don't know if I have it in me to do all this shit. It's very, very difficult. Certainly one of the most difficult things we've had to do here at Henry's Kitchen. And it might even be one of the most difficult things you'll ever have to do in the kitchen. Or anywhere, really, when you think about it. Okay, so... Well, now this is weird. Because the top is here. I was doing it upside down, I guess. Fuck. He's not going to be smiling, I guess. He's going to be frowning. I was trying to do it so that the perspective was going to work on camera, but instead what we have is this. So that's fine. We've got more of a scary jack-o'-lantern. Theirs looks like a happy one, but ours is going to be sad, which is kind of sometimes scarier, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and do the eyes, I guess. Yeah, Dread is more scary for the season. You're right. Sketch the desired face. Using the small knife, cut at a perpendicular angle along chosen design. That's what we've done. Remove loose pieces of the pumpkin. Discard them into the medium bowl. Note, wipe off the extra dry erase markings when finished cutting out the design. Wipe off. Oh, that's no big deal. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this now. We're going to do the eyes. So we're going to do one over here. That pen already does not work. Oh yeah, this one works great. Yeah, there we go. And then, are we going to have room for a little nose? Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of like this. All right, well, let's get to work here. I'll start with the smaller knife. Nope, that one's not sharp enough or something. This one seems better. But boy, oh boy, this pumpkin is very difficult to cut through. Oh. I know you guys have questions. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, hey, I saw your Twitch clips and they were hilarious. It's so fun to watch the DVDs and catch funny stuff. Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Boner. Okay. It's nice to have a little bit of encouragement here. Okay, that's one eye. If we wanted to, we could go ahead and just make him a one-eyed Jack or whatever. But nah, that would be the lazy way. That's probably how they got started. Oh. Whew. Goat's Head said, would you like some discouragement to balance it out? No. If you're on YouTube, you're getting plenty of discouragement all the time. People will say stuff like his cooking looks like shit, or he's getting older. He seems like he needs help or whatever. So it's nice to have a little bit of encouragement nowadays. Hey, that worked out pretty good. Look at this. Hey, this thing's coming out pretty good, I'd say. Now we just got to do the nose. This is going to be tricky. I'm literally just going to do a 4-way situation here. Oh. But boy, oh boy, we picked a difficult one today. Like if I could go back in time, I think I would have picked for the lesson today maybe like a nice pumpkin spice coffee drink or something like that. All right, well, we did it. There's our jack-o'-lantern. Pretty much. Pretty good. I'd say this is even better than the picture. It looks scarier. If you look at the picture, theirs is happy, but ours is sad. Okay, well, now I guess what we would do is we would put a little candle in there. I guess I could probably do that. Cruxy says it's scary how sad it is. Yeah. He looks like he's in mourning or something. Desolate Reality says, Henry, in case something goes wrong, can you take us, the users, with you onto the ambulance and to the hospital for a medical emergency stream? I'd have to work with Quanto to figure out if that's possible. But, Boner of a Lonely Fart. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Parasitosis has put up all of the DVDs for the YouTube, for the Henry's Kitchen Twitch. So you can check those out, and maybe we can get a link to those. Thank you so much, Parasitosis, for archiving the Henry's Kitchen Twitch streams for posterity. Parasitosis wants to know if Star 69 is still a thing. Yeah, that was a thing where you would be able to know who it was that was calling you or who just called you. You could call them back. It was kind of creepy when that happened. I used to use it a lot. Okay. Desolate Reality says the scariest part of this stream is that it could be Henry's last stream. You never know. I mean, something has to be the last stream, so you never know when that's going to be the one. Okay. All right. So we're going to do this candle situation. I should have had this organized. Isn't it bad to have a fire inside of a candle like that? I feel like maybe that's bad. Hold on a second. Here we go. We've got an LED flameless one here, candle. There it is. You see how it's, I don't know if you can tell that it's got the light on there, but we're just going to put this inside like this. And let's put our jack-o'-lantern somewhere that we could see it. How about back here where we normally have the painting? Let's turn off some lights. It's kind of sort of working. I'm going to try to get some light on it. Does that cool? Look cool? I can't even see. There we go. I don't know. What else are you going to do, I guess? This is it. This is our jack-o'-lantern. We did it. I think we did it pretty well. It was very difficult. It was probably not something I would do again until next year because I'll forget what a pain in the ass it was. But it's just sort of something that you got to do. You have to do these seasonal things. Otherwise, what are we really doing here, guys? Let's do a little bit of cleanup here. How do we... I'm going to put this back on top there. I think we definitely nailed the lid part of this. And we didn't make a huge mess, which was nice. But I'm going to save all this inside shit because I think I want to maybe make either pumpkin pie or maybe we'll just take those seeds and fry them up or something and see if we can get something good out of that. But either way, this looks like a lot of work, and we did it. So I know you guys have questions. I'm gonna get to them. Right now, I'd like to do the song, the thank you song, to thank a lot of the users out there. Slashnox says, we got nothing to eat now. Yeah, I would say today, take the day off for cooking and maybe just get McDonald's. By the way, I went to McDonald's. I finally went in there. There was a McDonald's. I saw the Golden Arches or whatever, and I thought, I'm going to try this. And it was okay. I don't know. I feel like my whole life I've been hearing about, oh, they sold billions of burgers and they've made movies about this place. I thought it was going to be the most amazing burger I've ever had, but it was just sort of okay. Maybe kind of overhyped. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the guitar. And why don't we go ahead and do our old, why don't we do the Jose Suicidio song, Dark House, for the thank you song this time. This is a song by Jose Suicidio called Dark House. And it's probably appropriate for the Halloween season. And this is a thank you to the users, the moderators, the folks that run the Discord, technical advisors, tier 3 subscribers, the big name streamers that have done collaborations and reaction videos with us. Thank you so much to everybody. And let's put on the reverb. Wait, I had the reverb on. Okay. And maybe we'll turn this off because I don't want to use up the battery. I wonder if we can get this in a good position. Here. I just have to remember that that's there. Does that look okay? All right, here we go. Fucking dingo bopped on beef, hot bear 1110. Do dingle dog ogle, Dr. Flanges Bacchus. Shane, yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, it's Kate Kairosa, Bumble Vision, the LGX. Chef Reactions, Husky, Boyle, Bill Larkin Music, and the Toilie. Nim, Moon, Amaru, Orcamind, S-Fand, and Bonnie. Dazzle Cat, Blurry Little Quest, Force and Vanilla, Parasitosis. And don't forget Quanto. Embry 2025. Yarchasm, Nico, Tazo. Michael Bublé 4422. Passion, Air, Ocean 64. Midnight Faded, JSPX Fan, Acity Tis, Pool Boy 79, D's Nuts Game Master, Flash, the Cat Food Taste Tester, the Cheer, Ronex, Mochi's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, Acity Tis, Michelle F, ECT, Purple Donut Filling is Fruit. Tankard and Borsenven, Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, ASMR. Lurk Bowl, Shandis, Nova Glarian Moose, Mr. Gooseberry VT. Dazzle Cat, Zodbane, and Toke My Nuts. Saguaro, Burrito 55555. Dinosaur. JV's Taxi, Ugly Boy, Beelzebub, Hamlet's One, Caitlin's Kitchen, and don't forget Quanto. Thank you. Thanks everybody who contributes to this show in any way. And I know that there's other names that I'm leaving off, but I just want to want to thank everybody. Official Shitter, thank you very much. Check in on our alerts. Blazareth has resubscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Blazareth. I appreciate that. Okay. The Jim Dodger says, Henry, I loved how you brought the Jack Bauer energy when working with the hot syrup and thermometer in your last vid. Very dynamic stuff. Well, that's very cool to hear, the Jim Dodger. Thank you very much. The Jack Bauer, I don't know if I know Jack Bauer. Computer, who is Jack Bauer?
According to Wikipedia, Jack Bauer is a fictional character and the protagonist of the Fox television series 24. Throughout the majority of the series running,
I know exactly
Bauer
what you're
serves as a
talking
key
about.
member of the fictional
Computer,
CTV
stop. Yes. Oh, Robert Tables, thank you. We've got Reverbasign. Okay, yeah, the Jim Dodger. It's a very stressful situation when you're making candy corn. would you call it dough? The mixture that you have in your frying pan can never exceed 200 degrees, but it also can't go less than 190 degrees. So you actually have to have it in this perfect place. And you can, if it gets too hot, you can put water on it. But you can only do it about 3 times or whatever. Otherwise, you're going to have to throw the whole thing away. In the video, you can see that I did it, and it worked out. And I'm very happy the way that came out. Thank you very much, the Jim Dodger. Okay, everybody. Well, I think that it's time to play a little bit of our game. We've been playing this game, Heavy Rain, which is a very odd game, and I'm trying to be better at it. I think that it's going so slow because I'm terrible at it, and I feel awful about it. It must be like trying to watch paint dry or something as a viewer here. So why don't we go ahead? There's always a couple of things that I have to do to set up. I've got to put on the desktop audio. Meantime, I'm going to show a video of roast beef in his younger days as a cat who is in a horror movie. And so you can watch that while I set up the game here. I do think that the woman probably would have survived. But anyway, with that, I think it's time for us to go ahead and get into our game here. So here we go. It's called Heavy Rain. As always, I want to ask, can you see me? Can you hear me? Do you see the game? And is everything working from a technical perspective at the moment? Butt Smasher Masher says yes. Thank you, Nancy Droodles. Okay, good. Let's do this without any hesitation. Let's just get right into the game here. I'm not sure where we left off. Oh yeah, there's this girl here. She likes to take care of strange men in her hotel room who show up inexplicably injured. And my character is getting extremely injured, but she's been doing a great job taking care of my character. How do I get out of this? That would be nice. Okay. I don't know why it's half screen like that. I think that's
affirmative,
probably
Lieutenant.
it's...
We're in position.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Nobody moves until I give the signal. Is that clear? We nail him as soon as he sets foot outside.
Right, Lieutenant.
They're gonna nail
Lucky
some
that
guy.
patrol spotted his car.
What's he doing in there?
Beats me. You're the profiler, right? I thought you were supposed to be right inside the killer's head.
Well, that's just it. What I know of Ethan Mars doesn't match the killer's psychological profile.
I know what the jury's gonna choose between your theories and concrete proof.
Wow.
What the fuck is that girl doing there? Marge comes out now, she's gonna be in trouble.
What do we do, Lieutenant? Want to get her out?
No, stand down.
I I guess I'm just watching the movie at this point. Oh, I've got to do something here. Hold on. Game audio is too loud. Okay. Let me take care of that. Check 1. Let me know if this is better. Is it a little bit better? Let me know. Is that going to be better? I guess we'll know when they start talking. Okay, thanks everybody. I rely on you for this kind of technical feedback. All right, where do we go here?
The cops don't know me. I could just walk into the building without being noticed. I've got to warn Ethan. The police. They staked out the building where Ethan is.
Where am I going? I'd like to do something. Well, here we go.
She's going inside. Maybe she lives there. Well, it's just as well. We don't want anyone hanging around if Mars comes out.
The police. They're out there. I think they're here to arrest you.
What are you doing here? You followed me?
I'll explain later. Come on, we've got to find another way out of here.
Guys.
Shit. What's he up to in there? Wait for a go on my word.
I'm a little embarrassed, but I don't remember how we got here. You're right, Parasitosis. I'll explain later. No, you gotta explain right when you're pushing the person in the vehicle. That's called a jump cut. What do we do? What are you doing? We got to think fast. How the fuck did we get in this situation? Here. This is something.
They're still out there. We've got to find another way.
The music's getting dramatic. Something's gotta happen. Something's gotta give.
Could be a way out.
Right. You go first. I just killed one of the little rats.
Shit! It's too high.
Damn. What now? Any other genius ideas?
The crate. I'd be able to pull him up if I could just get to the window. The crate. I'd be able to pull him up if I could just get to the window.
I just said
The
that.
window's too high. I'll never manage to pull myself up. The crate. I'd be able to pull him up if I could just get to the window.
Why can't I grab the crate, guys? This is the kind of shit. Oh, here, that crate. Okay.
Ready on my go. Stay here, Jake.
Out of the question.
Getting
I'm
carpal
coming.
tunnel.
2 men at the door, hold your positions. It's a go.
Come on, let's go this way.
It's our only hope.
Don't move or I'll shoot!
I said don't move. I don't know if they can do that.
They're coming.
Lieutenant, there's a man and a woman exiting the alley.
Woman? Shit! It's that girl who went in! Everybody downstairs! They're in the alley! Follow them!
The subway.
Sometimes I don't realize that I'm supposed to do something. Oh, this is like Frogger. I've played this. There's also a great scene in the movie Bowfinger. This is reminiscent of. How do we get to the subway? Do you have a ticket? Oh. There's no way they could have followed us from there. Boy, this guy's looking worse and worse.
Ethan, what's the matter?
Maybe I got shot?
Ethan, they're coming.
Where am I going? Stair one? Did it. Just by pretending we were one person.
Hey! Go, motherfucker! Ow! Hey, watch it, man! Please! Stop or I'll shoot!
Did it. What are we gonna do? I've got a smart idea.
Hit us!
It's our only chance. We need to kill ourselves.
We gotta get on that train, Ethan. It's our only chance.
Do it. Damn. Fugitive managed to escape Blake. They need a piano on the tracks. Yeah, like the
Less than
cover
an hour
of
ago.
Suicidio.
We heard from the police who have identified the man thought to be the origami killer. Ethan Mars, father of the kidnapped victim Sean Mars, is on the run and should be considered armed and dangerous. A police manhunt is now underway, and they hope that they will soon be able to announce the apprehension of this dangerous lunatic.
Hey,
I brought some food. I didn't know what you liked, so I brought some of everything. I hope that's okay.
I'm trying to ask questions. How come it's not letting me ask
You're all over the
questions?
news reports, Ethan. Every cop in the country will be hunting you. They say you're the origami killer. Is it true? Are you the killer, Ethan?
It's not a deal breaker.
I don't know. I don't know. But I'm the only one who can save Sean. For your own safety, Madison, I think you should go.
Go? Ethan, they're after me too. They've seen my face. I'm in this too deep to stop now.
Trying to do anything.
I sometimes have these blackouts. Times where I don't know what I'm doing. As if I'm someone completely different. The only thing I remember afterwards is the bodies. The bodies in the water.
Why are you hurt, Ethan? Why were you in that apartment?
I think my other self is testing my love for Sean. He wants to know if I love my son enough to save him. That means there's some part of me that knows where Sean is. But the only way to find him is to go through these trials.
Why can't you tell that to the police?
And tell them what? That I'm a schizophrenic who drowned his victims and has kidnapped his own son? They'd never let me go, and I have to stay free to save Sean. I have no choice. I'm his only chance.
You idiot.
When Sean is out of danger, I'll turn myself in, but not until then.
That's right, Keflings. I'm a gamer now. Full on.
You can't keep going like this.
Been playing this one
You're
for
destroying
years, I
yourself,
think.
Ethan.
Finding Sean is the only thing that matters.
You're right, holy crap, awesome. I feel like we've been
There has to be
in
another
some
way.
circular type
You don't understand.
situation.
Time is running out. Sean will be dead in a few hours. I have no choice.
Please let that happen soon.
Please, Madison, leave. Forget everything that's happened. There is nothing more you can do for me. If you want to help me,
I'm a
Leave.
loner, Madison, a rebel.
leave me to do this on my own.
Butt Smasher Masher says Sean is the villain here. I don't even know which one Sean is. Look at that. You turned away the only person who wanted to love you. He's on a destructive path. Madison, wait. Yeah. What are we doing? Got to think. Sitting down is no good. What's in all this shit? Double wide coffin. Roast beef is, he's sleeping. Are you prepared to kill someone to save your son? Brad Silver. Kill him. Send a picture, get your reward. Okay, finally a plan. You're probably right, Royal Flush 9, but if it's definitely an American actor, and you would think that they would have said something. Oh, we're playing piano now. I can't play piano for shit. Stephanie,
Your
Henry should
vodka,
ace this
sir.
part. I thought I would. It was like a little Guitar
Thanks.
Hero thing going on there. Oh, we just had an alert.
You look preoccupied.
Hold
You
on a
don't
second.
mind my
I'm going to
saying
get to
so.
the alerts.
Problems with the investigation?
Blake is convinced that Mars is the killer.
Not you. I thought there was some evidence to that effect.
That's true. But it just doesn't make sense. His psychological profile doesn't fit. Neither does the geolocalization. I can't see this father drowning 8 victims before kidnapping his own kid. Mars is not the origami killer. I'd stake my life on it.
Then who is?
I haven't the faintest fucking idea.
Maybe you should review the evidence in your possession.
That's just what I was thinking of doing.
Oh, one last thing, sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in you-know-what. It can be dangerous. Very dangerous.
I'm trying to keep a handle on it, but that's difficult. It gets more and more difficult.
It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Yeah, Nancy Driddles, they're keeping us in the dark. Did we already see this guy feeding his addiction? Yeah, there was something he was doing. I remember now. Oh, he's doing it now. Wait, I'm going to go check in on our alerts here because we had somebody. Double Wide Coffin and Tax Fraud Farcod. Thank you both for your not donations, your subscriptions. I very much appreciate it. If you're just joining us, we're playing this weird game called Heavy Rain. This guy takes drugs, apparently. I don't know. Okay, let's see if there's any clues.
Well. Looks like there's something new. The video recording from near the park on the afternoon Sean Mars disappeared. I doubt there's anything on it, but you never know.
So what do I do?
A Chevrolet model corresponding to the tire prints passed at 1602 heading for the park, when in the opposite direction at 1637. That could fit the time that Sean Mars disappeared. Could it be the killer's
Thanks,
car?
Potney Kotka 64. Yeah, I figure I'm experimenting with it. We'll see. Okay. Tire tracks. Maybe I'll do a geoanalysis.
The orchid is a common species. It can be found at any flower shop.
That doesn't help.
Pity we can't see the driver's face. The car was stolen. Let's see. A certain Jackson Neville was suspected of stealing it, but the charges were dropped. Not enough evidence.
What am I doing here? Oh, yeah. Who's this guy?
Jackson Neville, aka Mad Jack, involved in several cases of buying and selling stolen vehicles. Considered to be very dangerous. This guy might have provided the killer with a car. It's a pretty slim lead, but it's all I have right now.
This guy's fighting his own
Oh,
demons.
one last thing, sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in your walk. It can be dangerous. Very
Acid?
dangerous.
Yes, it's coming. Trypticane. The tube is on the bedside table. All I need is to take some, and the pain will go away. I should resist. This is gonna kill me. I know I can resist. I just need to stay in control and do something until it goes away.
Lie down. This is how I am if there's a hotel with no coffee maker. Where am I going? What's happening? Oh. Medicine cabinet. That's the guy from Talking Heads does that dance. David Byrne. You may ask yourself, this is not my beautiful house. Oh, just give me some tryptophan. Supposed to be doing here? Oh yeah, this guy. All right, well I think we're probably going to leave it at this. A lot of plots unfolding, very few of which I understand or really care much about. But we're going to get through it, guys. I think we're halfway through the game and it's only been several months. Let's see. Exit the game. Okay. Help. Check. Testing the mic 1, 2. Okay, everybody. Parasitosis says, I can check progress and give you a heads up with how far you are later. Thanks, Parasitosis. That would be good. I'd be curious because we're trying to get through it. I hope I'm not making it slower by a lot of times not knowing what to do. Hey, we made a jack-o'-lantern. That's pretty cool. And we did some songs and played some game. And I think overall it was a pretty good Wednesday. So I want to thank everybody for subscribing and for jumping in here. Let's see if there's any other alerts here. Butt Smasher Masher says, me when my wife's boyfriend says I can't have sugar before bed. Yeah, and thank you very much also, Butt Smasher, for smashing those 100 bits. And Patneya Katka just rated us. Patneya Katka 64 rated us. Thank you very much for sharing your audience with us. And we're doing pretty good right here at Henry's Kitchen. And I hope you're doing okay. I mean, we're not doing great. Roast beef is very old and it's making me sad. And I have a lot of cleanup to do. But I hope your day is going well. And I hope that... just generally hope that you have a good week. And I'll be here on Sunday. Maybe we'll do something with these nasty pumpkin innards that we just made today. And that could be sort of our way of salvaging what we've done here today. So thanks everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. And Beelzebub, thank you very much. That's very nice to hear, and I look forward to Sunday as well. We're getting real close to Halloween. It's gonna be fun, and don't forget, every Tuesday now on YouTube, I am putting out a Henry's Kitchen YouTube video, unreleased. It's usually, I have a backlog of several months to be able to do that. So people are enjoying it, and it's a lot of fun. So subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already, and every Tuesday there's going to be a new video for you. You might have seen it if you've been on the Patreon for many years, but otherwise it's totally unreleased. Okay, thanks everybody, and hope to see you on Sunday at noon.